Welcome back to the show. I'm Wes Barker, professional magician. What's more fun than going through Hollywood films and TV shows and checking out the magic scenes? Nothing. There's nothing more fun than that. I'm going to tell you if the magic trick is actually a magic trick that you could do in real life, or if it's just some Hollywood camera cut BS or something in between. Up first today is a clip from Joseph Gordon-Levitt in The Walk. Yeah, that's like a nice little ball vanish and then reappears behind the kid's ear. That's like a classic trope of magic. Hey, what's that behind your ear? Be so dope if I had something there. Damn it. Come on, Wes, do your magic. So yeah, this is very cool. It's very magic-y in the way that he vanishes the ball. But he didn't do it for real. It looks perfect on camera, almost too perfect. The reason I know he didn't do this for real is because my buddies Spidey and Eric Leclaire both consulted as the magicians on this show. And Eric said he spent all day long trying to teach Joseph Gordon-Levitt how to vanish a ball so it would look good on camera, but they just couldn't quite get it good enough. So in the end, they just did some Hollywood magic there. All that Eric actually ended up contributing here was showing Joseph Gordon-Levitt how to open his hand like a magician would. Which, I mean, he needed, so that's perfect. Did Spidey and Eric fail at their jobs as being a magic consultant? I mean, yeah, I'm not going to say that, but somebody could make that argument. But all in all, it came together really nice, and I think this is one of those ones where better just to do it the way Hollywood did, because that actually looks sick. Up next, Supernatural. Here we go. There's a whole episode of Supernatural called Chris Angel is a Douchebag, so I grabbed another clip from that. So let's check it out. Supernatural. Let's go.
Feat. So daring, so dangerous, even the great Houdini dared not attempt it.
Ooh.
I give to you
Suspense.
the Executioner.
It's a great name, man. The Executioner. Seems like a show you'd want to bring the whole family to.
You can see this jacket is the real article.
Okay, that straitjacket is all wrong for so many reasons. Yeah, I hate that straitjacket. I mean, it's missing so many things. It's missing the belly strap. Here, let me show you what a straitjacket should look like. And then look at this one. See how plain and weird it is? Doesn't look right to me. And we continue.
Thank you, sir. You may take your seat.
Yeah, he doesn't even have a crotch strap. Sorry. But I'm just saying, it would cost them nothing to get the straitjacket to look right. I don't know why they would not use a cool looking straitjacket. This one looks like shit. Just one man's opinion.
Now I will have 1 minute, 60 seconds to escape certain death. Let's see if I can do it.
Such an interesting... The way they're shooting this is interesting because when you have a magician on stage, you would never bring a curtain in front and have the trick happen behind the curtain. Back in Houdini's day, they would do it like this, you know? They would drop a curtain down over top of his water tank, or he'd lock him in a box and put a curtain in front of him. He would do all of his stuff, and then they'd open it, and ta-da, he's out. But you do not do that anymore. The audience is way too smart and way too skeptical these days. They need to see what's happening. So just having a curtain in front while this guy does his thrashing around trying to get out of a straitjacket, I see why they did that. I see where, when they like looked up historical magic, how they would have got there, but like nobody would do it that way now. It's just red flags right there. But hey, let's continue. Here we go. Suspense. What's happening behind the curtain?
I don't think he's gonna make it.
Interesting, okay.
Amazing. That was freaking amazing.
That was
Thank you.
not humanly possible.
Thank you, ladies.
That was not humanly possible. I kind of spoke too soon earlier. Having the curtain in front and projecting the shadow onto the audience can see the shadow. That is a magic trick. That is still used in stage shows. I should have watched a little bit sooner before I went on my rant, but that's okay. The audience sees what's happening because they can watch the shadow, and then when you pull back the curtain, something completely magical or impossible has happened. So the shadow is struggling to get out of the straitjacket. The shadow is falling and getting hung in this case. And they whip the curtain away, and the guy is standing there, completely escaped, holding the straitjacket, wearing a tuxedo, looking as dapper as ever. That is something you could see in a magician stage show, even in 2020. So I spoke too soon. The way they did it, they did no real magic here. He didn't need to escape from a straitjacket. And they have a camera cut, so they're not even really using the magician's method of projecting a shadow and cutting to the guy. They're not even using that. All Hollywood here, nothing a real magician would be doing, but very cool. And sorry that I spoke too soon, Supernatural. My bad. I'm only human, unlike your show. The next one here is from a video game, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll look at it. I don't know that they would have magic tricks in video games, but I guess they do. So it's from Destiny 2. So yeah, I guess you have to go meet this drifter, and he gives you your next quest or mission or whatever. I've never played this game. Oh yeah, so it's like coin magic.
Ready to see what you're fighting today? Oh. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Vex on the field.
Very cool. They're using real coin magic moves with this like weird chip thing he has. They've obviously had a magician do some coin magic for them so that they got all the movements right. Because the way the guy moves is very magician-y, like the way he does the coin roll and stuff, and the way he presents things and holds stuff, and the vanish. That's all very magician-y. Obviously not really doing it for real. They're taking some liberties and making things a bit more magical because obviously it's a video game. I've never looked at a video game before, so this is a bit of outside the realm. But they definitely had a magician come in to do all the moves. That's one great thing about games these days. They are always using the right people for the right body movements. That's why these games are just amazing now. So yeah, that's really cool. Thanks for throwing that in the comments. I never would have seen that. Sweet! This one I've been putting off doing even though I've wanted to react to it the whole time I've been doing these videos. But it's like, it's old, you know? It's like from 1978. You know, that's old. And do we care about old things? I don't know. It's Anthony Hopkins in a show called Magic. He plays a magician slash ventriloquist that kind of loses his mind. But Anthony Hopkins is still a G, so let's look at the old Anthony Hopkins and see how he did his magic in Magic. Starts off with him on stage performing magic, which, look at that hair. Oh my God, Anthony Hopkins, you were a young man.
Good evening. Ordinary deck of cards.
Loaded with stage presence. I can't decide. Does he remind me more of Errol Flynn or Valentino?
Well, he definitely learned how to spring those cards. That's legit.
Teacher was a great man. His name was Merlin. And
Seriously,
seriously,
he's doing little one-handed cuts, the old
Jr.
Charlier.
And this is his version of the Rising Aces, and here we are.
Yeah, that's the first one-handed cut I learned. Nicely done.
You see the broad with the big jugs?
You mean the young lady in the feathers? Yeah, I see her. So on.
Wonder if she'd like a roll in the shavings with me.
I don't think you're very funny.
I'm not a huge fan of ventriloquism just in general. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm kind of neutral to it in all reality. I like the magic part of this. Let's see if we can find more magic here.
Well, go on, show the audience.
If you're so great, change it while I'm holding it.
You won't give it back to me? Well, that's another trick you ruined. Let's see. I just have to think of something else.
You mean you're not going to change my diamond? Jesus Christ.
What?
It turned into a heart while I was holding it.
That's a fun presentation. You could definitely do that trick. Anthony Hopkins definitely learned magic for the show, which I think is great. He learned how to spring cards, how to fan cards, and at least one-handed cut. I actually couldn't comment on the ventriloquism. I don't know anything about being an event, so maybe he did some of that. I really don't know. But the magic, yeah, he learned it. Nice one, Anthony. I wonder if he can still do it. This is 40 years ago. Anthony, hit me up. Can you still do some magic or what? Oh, baby, we were covering everything today. Sleight of hand to camera tricks from 1978 all the way up to 2015. Where else can you find this kind of quality review? Don't answer that. Okay, I threw in one more and, well, it's been in the comments a lot. And just because we're getting close to Christmas, let's watch the magic of Will Ferrell as he plays Buddy the Elf. This is such a great scene. Eating the cotton balls.
I think I need those.
So funny. I love this movie. Okay, it's so good. We're gonna watch this again because this is actually better than it even looks. In Magic, doing things on the third beat is kind of a thing. It just feels right. So he does a cotton ball for real. He does a cotton ball for real. Then he goes back in the jar and he doesn't grab anything this time, which is so good. I always call it a fake take. Your expectation of something being there is what helps it vanish. I know this probably isn't fooling anybody, but for a split second it does fool you, right? Because the way your brain works, and you've just seen him twice before have these cotton balls, the third time your brain goes, holy crap, it vanished, even though it was never there to begin with. It's a really smart, subtle magic thing. They definitely picked this up from a magician exactly. And what's even more beautiful is this whole time he's been holding out one of those cotton balls in his left hand. Like, you have to plan to do this trick before you even start eating cotton balls. You know what I mean? Eat a cotton ball. Eat a cotton ball. Fake take, vanish the cotton ball, because you never took it, and then, oh, what's that behind your ear? It's already in his hand, pulls it out behind his ear, eats it. It is such a funny scene. If I wanted to do a magic trick in a doctor's office, this is almost exactly how I would do it. Because in real time, in real life, if no one's expecting magic, it's like the most perfect thing. I absolutely love how they did it. I love it so much more than you probably expect me to love it, just because of the pacing of it and like the subtle magic techniques that are used there. I'm just a huge fan. It's amazing. So awesome. And just because we're ending on a Christmas movie, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays if Christmas isn't your bag. That's it for today. Another 5 scenes expertly dissected and reviewed. Thanks so much, team. I really appreciate you always watching these, and I really appreciate all the suggestions in the comments. That's what keeps this ball rolling. So please hit me up with some more. Nothing's too new, too old, too big, too small. I want to look at them all. I love reacting to these things. I love looking at them. I mean, if it's magic, I love it. So you can't bore me with these things. So please, in the suggestions. What's the other thing you have to do? What's that down there? Oh yeah, that's the like button. Maybe hit that. Who knows? Oh no, they have a share option? What? Crazy. Comments? I'm just trying to find a fun way to tell you guys that it really does help if you comment, like, and share. So any of those things, or all of them. But whatever you do, make sure you subscribe. And bring maybe like, everyone brings like 1,000 friends to the channel. Think about it. Just a thought. Okay, I gotta go. Well, I don't have, actually I live here. You guys gotta go. You gotta go. I live here, you go. Okay, I'll wait. Okay, you're not gonna go. Then I'm gonna go. I'm out. I'll go. You're really gonna let me leave?